here?
I do.
Yeah? Well, why?
I believe there's friendly ghosts around, but there wouldn't be bad ghosts around because, say they were killed by someone, they wouldn't come back and take it out on someone who was living in the house.
Oh, so just good ghosts, Matthew. Yeah, that sounds all right. Well, look, the next guy we're about to meet believes in ghosts. Simon Turnbull is what they call a medium, which is somewhere between a large and a small. But he says he can actually feel ghosts when he's in their neighbourhood.
So who did you expect? Whoopi Goldberg? We're looking at haunted houses today. Now, there are three things you need when you go looking for ghosts. One is a very old house, and this one is over 150 years old. It's Vaucluse house. Now, the second thing you need is a very open mind. And the third thing is the ghost. Now, we're going to be looking for earthbound spirits, or spirits who are not quite aware that they're dead. They're still holding on to life, even though their bodies have long gone. So they're the ones that will try to communicate with us. And we're going to start with the bedroom. Okay, we're starting in this room here, which is one of the bedrooms in this very old house. In the bedroom like this, where people, of course, are prone to die in bed, it's a pretty good environment to communicate with a ghost or a spirit. Did you see it? When you're looking for ghosts, you've got to use your mind's eye because they're not always easy to see. This room feels like a happy room, so obviously the children led a reasonably happy existence, at least whilst they're in this room. Although we're not quite picking up their spirit just yet, we'll go through the house a bit more, but I'm starting to get a feeling from someone centered who was once in this particular bed. The thing about ghosts is that you don't need to be scared of them because they're not likely to want to hurt you at all. And all the Hollywood ghost movies and so forth have got a different kind of intent to the reality. But the actual reality is that ghosts are only likely to want to communicate with you to let their presence be known, not to hurt you. Well, this is obviously a happy little house because we didn't find, try as we might, we got feelings here and there, but we didn't quite see a ghost this time. However, that doesn't mean they don't exist. So next time you're in an old house, or in some modern ones, just go with your intuition, trust your intuition, and see what you can see with your mind's eye. And maybe you too see a ghost.
I reckon there mightn't be a few ghosts in this studio, you know. Did anyone feel sort of a presence during that story?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I could feel one like straight from the room.
All right. Harry Edwards, have you ever felt a scary experience?
Never.
Never.
Not as far as ghosts are concerned, anyway.
OK, Harry is a ghostbuster, and by that I mean he busts ghosts. He doesn't believe in them at all. He's a skeptic. Tell us why you don't believe in them, Harry.
Well, first of all, I don't believe in the existence of ghosts because, A, I haven't ever seen a ghost, and every story that I've heard about ghosts, if you've had the opportunity to investigate the conditions prevailing at the time, then you will find that there's a very rational explanation for them. Yeah. Because if you get a certain number of conditions and an environment, then the imagination works overtime. And what you actually see and what the mind perceives are two different things.
Do you reckon that'd be right, guys?
In some cases it would be, and probably in some cases it would.
Do you think people's minds get a bit overactive sometimes if they go out thinking, expecting to find a ghost?
Say if they see a scary movie, then they see a ghost, they see, oh, ghosts really exist, then they get in the bed and they freak themselves out. Their brain works overtime, and it kind of makes an illusion so they can see one.
Well, I have dreams about ghosts and everything and scary things and
So
all those things.
it boils down to your imagination and fantasising. You just imagine these things.
But wouldn't it be good if there was ghosts, Harry? I mean...
Well, I don't know. I mean, you talk about bad ghosts and good ghosts. I mean, what earthly use are they? When everybody that's supposedly seen and spoken to a ghost, there's never any information that's passed on that would be of any earthly use to us.
Well, some of those mediums, you know, they claim to speak to ghosts and they give them messages and things like that. What do you say about that?
Well, you just had an example there of Simon Turnbull, who was looking for a ghost, and if you used your imagination and the room was fairly darkly lit, you could imagine you could see a ghost walking around the place. I mean, even he confessed that he didn't see a ghost.
Yeah, when I went to North End Quarantine, A lady told me that she actually saw a ghost when she was working at the office. She felt drawn outside and there was this man walking towards her. And he just disappeared as soon as it got to a certain stage, and she just walked back inside.
Probably went behind a tree or something like that.
Yeah.
See,
Might have to go to the toilet or something then.
I haven't seen Africa, but I still believe it's there. So I think just because you haven't seen it, it doesn't mean they're not real.
Well, that's not quite true, because we know Africa is there because other people have been there. It's been photographed and so on.
Other people have seen ghosts, apparently.
Because?
Other people have seen ghosts, apparently.
Well, yes, but it's a different thing entirely because they're using their imagination, they're fantasising.
Yeah.
OK, well, it's pretty clear Harry isn't going to get too excited about ghosts.
Not very.
So, why don't you just take a look at this, Harry, and see what you think of this?